Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna,
Next one, fast.
Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama,
Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare
Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare
Jaya Gaura Nitai Gaura Nitai Gaura Nitai Jaya Gaura Nitai
Jaya Gaura Nitai
Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pacharane Nirvishesa Sunyavari Paschatya Dishatarane Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasari Gaur Bhakta Vrinda
Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasadi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda
Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasari Gaur Bhakta Vrinda
Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda
Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Anita Gaura Haribo, 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 Haribo. Anita Gaura Haribo, 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 Haribo. Jai Gaura Purnima, Hari Hari Bol.
Okay. All right. Welcome everyone to ISKCON of Silicon Valley. All of you who've braved it through the weather to come all the way here. You're blessed souls, because there are not many people that know about Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu in the world. And there are not even that many people, Krishna says in the Bhagavad Gita, that are spiritually inclined. Manushyanam sahasreshu kasyid yatiti siddhaye yatadamapi siddhanam kasyin mambeti tatvataha. Out of millions of people, there are a few that are interested in spiritual life, and of those that take to spiritual life, very few have specific knowledge about the appearance of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So you are in a very rare group of liberated souls, as we were singing earlier today from a song in Narottam Das Thakur. Those who connect to the Supreme Personality of Godhead by participating in the Sankirtan movement become liberated from the great ocean of material existence just by following the footsteps of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and participating with the movement. So congratulations to all of you. And to everyone who's joined us online, everyone here can give a Hare Krishna. I offer my respectful obeisances to His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada, who's the founder of this International Society for Krishna Consciousness. And very specifically, Prabhupada wrote and spoke many times about how he and the Krishna Consciousness movement, those in it, are following in the footsteps of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is the Supreme Personality of Godhead, but he appears as a devotee. So this is the best of circumstances, because the devotees are those who distribute love of God in the world. Krishna in the Bhagavad Gita says, Samaham sarva bhuteshu nami dveshosti na priya. He remains equipoised, he remains equal towards living entities and doesn't intervene in their lives. But the devotees do. They go about the world and feel satisfied when others are taking to Krishna consciousness. So Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is the Supreme Personality of Godhead who's appearing in the role of a devotee and an acharya, and therefore he's distributing love for God. And when some of the great devotees whose lives were dedicated to various careers, like Srila Rupa Goswami and Sanatan Goswami, first came across Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, they realized his greatness. And of course, these were very qualified people. Dabir Kash and Shakara Malik, they had assumed particular names to work in the government at that time. It was a Mohammedan government. And when they saw Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, they realized that here is the incarnation of the Lord in this Kali Yuga, who's distributing pure love for God. And they wrote a prayer, Namo Mahavaranyaya Krishna Prema Pradayate Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya Namne Gotrishe Namaha. And that is that the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Lord Chaitanya, is the most munificent. Munificence in the sense that he's giving away the most rare commodity to everybody. And he's not considering who's a fit or unfit candidate. Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur writes that if an emperor or a king became very intoxicated and then went into his treasury house and collected all the rarest jewels, most valuable heirlooms, piled it all into one bag, and then went onto the common road, just as an intoxicated person might do, unthinkingly, and then pass out those jewels just to anybody walking by. So in a similar way, he says that Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. He comes as a devotee, but he's also himself, because he's a devotee, tasting a love for God. In fact, that's the meaning of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. He's Krishna himself, but Krishna can't taste his own sweetness the way that his devotees can, and specifically the way that his topmost devotee, Srimati Radharani, can. And therefore he arranges to come and taste for himself his own sweetness. And because he's tasting that sweetness himself, he's feeling the intoxication that comes from that, spiritual intoxication. And practically speaking, he's in a state of madness. And as he is, it's good for the whole world, because now freely he's giving away, without any discrimination whatsoever, just the way an intoxicated person might do at a street corner, passing it out to everybody. In fact, the author of Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita, Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami, and if you don't yet have this incarnation of a book, it's a beautiful golden book that was written 500 years ago by the most intimate of associates of the Lord, and it is the most accurate of all recounts of Lord Chaitanya's life, also the direct realization of Kaviraj Goswami, who had diaries from both Swarup Damodar Maharaj and Murari Gupta, who were intimate associates with the Lord at different times of their of Lord Chaitanya's life, and kept very accurate notes about his pastimes. Kaviraj Goswami writes poetically about how Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and his associates went around and gave out love of God anywhere and everywhere without considering who is a fit or unfit candidate. And he says that to do this, they broke open the storehouse of love of God that was left locked when, oh look, there it is now. When Lord Krishna came, he gave very specific instructions about spiritual life. And at the end of Bhagavad Gita, he says, Sarva dharman parityaja, mamekam sharanam braja, antam sarva papibhyo mokshayishami masucha. Surrender unto me, and I'll deliver you. But only a handful of people could take advantage of this, especially with the onset of Kali Yuga. So Krishna then considers, according to the Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita, Anarpita charim chirat karuna yavatirna kalau, that for a long time I haven't given the highest conception of love for God, which means to understand not just that I am a servant of God. As in Vaikuntha, there is awe and reverence in worshiping the Lord with somber prayers, the Purushukta prayers, great awe and reverence for the Lord. But Krishna has a secret, and that is that there's a realm far beyond the very official realm of, in the way that devotees worship, of Vaikuntha and Goloka Vrindavan. And there, unceremonious love reigns. The devotees are simply spontaneously in love with Krishna. So, anarpita charim chirat karunayavatirna kalau, that I've not distributed this to the people in general. And so, when Lord Chaitanya comes to this world, and it's his prerogative to come. When God comes to the world, it is called an avatar, which really means that he comes by his own sweet will. Unlike other living entities who are forced to come into the world by the three modes of material nature, Krishna comes because he has a desire to enjoy and also to give mercy. So when he comes, he appears and joins together with his associates in Navadvip. And they all gather there and begin to follow Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, who then leads them into the Sankirtan movement, which Kaviraj Goswami says is just like breaking open the storehouse of love of God. In fact, he comments that when Lord Krishna gave his instructions, it was as if the storehouse was locked up. But Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and his associates, as we say, when we mention Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, we don't mention him alone. He's always with his associates, his different servants and intimate devotees. So we say Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasari Gaur Bhakta Vrinda. And they broke open the storehouse of love of God that was left locked when Krishna came. They smashed the lock open and they carried out the contents. And the more they ate the contents themselves and distributed it, the more it increased, the more the contents increased. When I first joined the Krishna consciousness movement here in San Francisco, and actually tonight we have two of the pioneers of the Krishna consciousness movement right here in San Francisco. It was the second place that Srila Prabhupada started a temple. In fact, he had only told Mukunda when he left New York to come out to the West. He wasn't even initiated yet, but Prabhupada just said, you should start a center out there. As he writes in his book, Mukunda said he had, I guess he was Michael at the time, he had no intention of spreading the Krishna consciousness movement. He just thought he had helped the Swami a little bit in New York, but on the way out the door, Prabhupada told him to start another center in San Francisco. And this is a very compelling, these are compelling words. In fact, he said that he tried to shake them off, but he couldn't. And it reminds us of something we just read this morning in the Chaitanya Bhagavat early this morning before Mangalartik, we were reading about how when Chaitanya Mahaprabhu started his Sankirtan movement, he ordered all his devotees to go out door to door, especially Haridas Thakur and Lord Nityananda and all the other devotees. He said, go out. And they began to laugh because they realized that when Mahaprabhu said something, there was no getting around it. You had to do it. So when Prabhupada, as a representative of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, told Mukunda, he said, please try to start a center in San Francisco. That stuck in his mind as he came out to California. And one thing after another came to pass by the divine arrangement, and he was able to start a center here. That was the second center in the Krishna consciousness movement, meant to spread Lord Chaitanya's Sankirtan movement. And one of the very famous centers was in San Francisco. So tonight, two of the devotees who joined the Krishna conscious movement around the same time in 1970, are here tonight. One of them is Tredas Prabhu, who's sitting kind of quietly, innocuously back there. He just came from Italy. He's an American. And Satyadev Prabhu also joined in. In Japan. I mean, these are both Americans. He just came back from Italy. And Satyadev Prabhu, around 1970, went to Japan for various reasons. Not the least of which was to see if he could find God, and lo and behold, he ran into Lord Chaitanya's movement there, and then came back to San Francisco. So they were among the pioneers here in the Bay Area, starting Lord Chaitanya's Sankirtan movement. Speaking, and the reason I got into this topic was I was remembering the distribution of the Panchatattva, that the more they distributed, the more the contents increased. And it's also mentioned that they ate and they tasted the contents themselves. And the more they danced and the more they experienced this love of God from the Sankirtan, the more the rains of mercy fell and the more there was to distribute. It kept increasing. And when I first came to the Krishna consciousness movement in 1973 in San Francisco, thanks to these pioneers, they were open for business. And we would go out to various places in San Francisco and distribute Krishna consciousness. There were a lot of musical concerts at the time. A lot of young people like to go to these concerts, and so we would go there. And my first job was to distribute the Simply Wonderfuls. They're very sweet balls made out of powdered sugar. Powdered milk, powdered sugar, raisins, butter, things like that. And I couldn't fathom my good fortune because before I had come to the Krishna conscious movement, I'd practically starved myself because I thought to not eat was spiritual. And then when I got to the Krishna conscious movement, I said, no, eat. So as I was distributing Simply Wonderfuls, I had a principle, was one for you and one for me. But I'd never seen so many sweets in my life, or imagined that anything could be so tasty. And this is the Krishna consciousness movement. When Krishna himself brings something to distribute, it's so tasty that people can't resist it. And the more that it's distributed, the more the contents increased. In the material world, the law is scarcity. In fact, if you study economics, if you take a class in economics, the first thing that your textbook or your teacher will tell you is that it's a social science based on the law of scarcity, scarce resources, and therefore there's a law of supply and demand. And this mentality pervades the whole world, that everything's a scarce resource. In fact, my very life is a scarce resource. I could die at any minute. And therefore, the atmosphere is pervaded with fear and tentativeness. But When Krishna comes and distributes the knowledge of Bhagavad Gita that says, you're not a scarce resource, you're eternal, you'll never die. And when Chaitanya Mahaprabhu comes, he teaches the practical application of that, how to live in one's spiritual identity, even as one's living in this lifetime, performing various necessary duties like working to stay alive, maintaining one's family, and so forth. One can, at the same time, taste the love of God that the Panchatattva, headed by Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, distributed to the world. And remarkably, in this present age of Kali Yuga, the main qualification for rising to the highest position, or at least receiving this gift of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, is one's disqualification. The Kali Yuga is well known to learned people all over the world, not only all over the world, but all over the universe. In fact, as mentioned in the Srimad Bhagavatam, even the Devas, the great empowered beings who rule different parts of the universe, are aware of the fact that in Kali Yuga there's a sale going on. You get a dispensation in this age. And very specifically in this Kali Yuga, there's a special confluence of events, and that is that in Kali Yugas normally there's an appearance of a Yuga avatar that spreads the Yuga Dharma. And it's not always Krishna. Often it's an empowered living entity who comes to spread the Yuga Dharma, to give people relief. However, in this Kali Yuga, there's a conjunction of events. And that is what I mentioned earlier, that Krishna, for his own purposes, his own internal reasons, wants to come and experience what it's like to be a devotee, so he can taste his own sweetness. In the mood of Srimati Radharani he comes. And therefore, when he appears in this particular Kali Yuga. And therefore, the Yuga avatar in this age is not an empowered living entity, but is Krishna himself. Not only Krishna himself, but Sri Krishna Chaitanya Radha Krishna Nahi Anya. He's a combination of Radha and Krishna. So he brings the heart of Srimati Radharani, who's so loving and kind. She, as a great devotee, she wants to see everyone have the advantage of taking to Krishna consciousness. And so Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and his associates distribute this to people all over the world. And when Chaitanya Mahaprabhu shows himself in this world, he appears in Navadvip. We just came back from there. We went, several of us here at ISV, and many devotees from places around the world like China and Japan and Belgium. Went to see the actual place where Chaitanya Mahaprabhu appeared, the Yoga Pit. And we also visited the place where Chaitanya Mahaprabhu started his Sankirtan movement. And there, the pastimes of the Lord come to life. And we hear about his extraordinary personality as a child growing up. He was the darling of Navadvip. As a little baby, actually, he induced people to chant the holy names of the Lord, because on the very day that he appeared, there was a lunar eclipse. And those of you who are from India know this very well, but during the eclipse time, people lock down everything. They cover everything, they shutter their houses, they go down to the Ganga or whatever holy river they can and stay submerged until it's over, because it's considered very inauspicious. In America and Europe, it's a little different. Everyone goes outside and it's like, hey! They get a little box and try to look right into the eclipse. But as Chaitanya Mahaprabhu appeared by his own divine arrangement, according to Kaviraj Goswami in this beautiful golden avatar of a book, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu made the arrangement to appear just at this time, and that means that everybody, including the people who weren't Hindus, were chanting Hari Hari. Everyone say Hari Hari. The Hindus were all chanting because to ward away inauspiciousness, they were chanting the names of the Lord, submerging themselves in the Ganga. And then all the other people, including the Muslims, because so many people were chanting, it's hard not to chant Hari Hari. In fact, the people who heard the Hari Hari, they, as a joke, they'd say Hari Hari. Two Muslim policemen walking down, one would say Hari Hari, and would say, why are you saying Hari Hari? Why are you saying Hari Hari? It's hard for people to stop saying Hari Hari. And this is how Krishna tricks everybody, because his name is so sweet, and he is non-different from his name, and it's the way in which he comes into the world. Rupa Goswami writes about this in his poetry. Yadabhaso pyudyan kavalita bhavadvanta vibhavo drisham tatvandanam api dishati bhakti pranayanim. He says, if somebody, even who's unacquainted with spiritual life, or who's blind to the truth, hears Hari Hari, then just by that vibration, the Hari Hari vibration, Hari Krishna. See, I can't stop saying it now. And just by hearing that, they can awaken to the truth of spiritual life. And so when Chaitanya Mahaprabhu appeared, he arranged that everybody was at the same time making a tumultuous roar, singing Hari Hari, Hari Krishna. That was his appearance. And then as a little baby, he manipulated everyone to chant Hare Krishna, because he was such a charming child. I mean, children in general, when you see them, they're very cute, and you can't stop looking at them, playing with them. You want to keep them up all night just so you can keep playing with them. And so when God comes as a child, people absolutely go crazy. They can't stop looking at him. In fact, Kaviraj Goswami describes how the Devas were disguising themselves just to come down and have a peek at him. If you could just have a look at little baby Nimai, which is his nickname because he was born under a neem tree, and it would protect him from evil influences, the Nimai. And so they would come just to have a glimpse at him. But unless the people around him were chanting Hari Hari, he would start crying. And then they figured out this pattern. So they would chant Hare Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Hare Hare, and then he would sing, and everyone would go into ecstasy. And then if they'd stop, because that's what happens, the influence of the material energy is so strong that I'm chanting, and then I stop, and then I go off somewhere else, and I'm looking at Facebook, and next thing I know, I'm in some, weird place. So Lord Chaitanya came to help everybody to rise above this. So when everyone stopped chanting, all of a sudden he'd start, wah! He'd cry again, and everyone, Hari Hari! And so this way he kept the vibration going constantly as he was appearing in the world. And of course, he doesn't appear like an ordinary child. In the Bhagavad Gita, Krishna says, Janma karma chame divyam evam yoviti tattvata. This is an important verse, so listen very carefully when I say this. It's so common to hear this verse that you can miss it. Prabhupada once said that oftentimes people, even sadhus, they live by the Ganga, but they become familiar. And then they think, that's just the Ganga, I'll go somewhere else, take my bath. So, Janma karma chame divyam evam yoveti tattvata tyaktva deham punarjanma naiti mameti sorjana. In this verse, Krishna tells a great secret to us, and from the 4th chapter of the Bhagavad Gita. And that is that I don't appear in this world like ordinary people do when they're forced forced out the birth channel. He said, I appear in a divine way. I'm above the modes of material nature. And if you understand, if you just take a little bit of your human intelligence to understand how that is, and the fact that there is a supreme, in fact, a good mantra to remember, there is a God and I'm not him. If you can just remember that part, that's a good start. And then you can go a little deeper into the science. Well, how is it that I'm not him? And how is it that God's God? And how can I see him? He goes into detail in this in the Bhagavad Gita. So if one can use a tiny fraction of one's human intelligence to think about this, and maybe study it a little bit, go into the science of how it is, that Krishna is the supreme controller, the source of everything. And how is it that he appears in this world? Then janma karma chame divyam. His birth and his activities are divyam. They're divine. And evam yoveti tattvata. If a person can understand the truth of these statements, tyakva deham, that means when you give up your body, a little biological puppet we've got to move around for a few years, and anytime we'll have to leave it. But if you come to knowledge of Krishna's divinity and how his activities are divine and how his appearance in this world is divine, then Krishna says, Tyakvadayam punarjanma naiti. You don't take birth again in this material world. You'll be on a different platform. You won't be part of this world anymore, just by using your intelligence to understand the truth of his appearance in this world. So Lord Chaitanya, as a little child, induced everybody to chant, and then throughout his life, his childhood, his pastimes were charming and fascinating. And of course, he's a golden color. And the reason he's a golden color is that although Krishna is blackish, because of the influence of the effulgence of Srimati Radharani, then although he's Krishna himself, he takes on a golden hue. And Krishna Varnam Tusha Krishnam Sango Pangashta Parshadam. And he's also constantly chanting Krishna and propagating Krishna. And he comes with his associates, unlike in other incarnations when Krishna appears, he comes with weapons. And he hacks a lot of people up, the bad people, just to even things out. Sounds like a good idea about right now in the world. But when he comes in his form, his golden form of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, his weapons are his associates and his beauty. His great beauty, his golden beauty, just like this book, product placement. This is a beautiful book. It's golden, and it's all about the golden avatar, Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And so, as a child, he has a brother, an elder brother. Of course, he had 9 sisters before him, but they all died at childbirth. And then, when his elder brother was born, Shankararanya, then his brother was actually an incarnation of Lord Balaram. And then Nimai came, and what happened in the family, some family dynamics in the family of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. You want to hear this part? Yeah, see, that's interesting. That's why people watch soap operas and things like that. They get caught up in it. I knew Jagarini's mom, and one time I met her, and I watched a soap opera with her, and then we had that in common. She always had appreciation that a Hare Krishna could sit and watch a soap opera with her. And then this Krishna's pastimes, they're like soap operas. What is going to happen next? Who said what? When? Who? Who did that? So Mahaprabhu, when he appears as a little child, he walks around the Navadvip and performs his pastimes. So fascinating. So what happened, his elder brother, he was a great spiritual genius, and he used to go spend time with Advaita Acharya. He was a great leader even before Chaitanya Mahaprabhu appeared, and he was giving open Bhagavad Gita class every day. This is actually how all the devotees were together, is because of Advaita Acharya. In fact, this is a great secret, a practical tip. Everyone feels like, how can I be involved in the Krishna consciousness movement, and how can I make a difference in the world? Well, just follow the example of Advaita Acharya. What did he do? He just held open Bhagavad Gita class every night. And that's all you have to do. If you do that much and chant a little Hare Krishna, then you'll change the world, and you'll see that a great wave of spiritual energy will come into your life and the lives of everybody who comes in contact with you. And you could restart the whole Hare Krishna movement by yourself if all you did was go start an open Bhagavad Gita class and chant Hare Krishna. The whole thing would start all over again. And you could spread it all over the world just by that. So Advaita Acharya was doing that, and Lord Chaitanya's brother came, and he was listening to these classes. And then when he came home once, when he was a young man, he heard his parents talking. It's about time that he gets married. and the next day he was gone. Because he had already heard that this material world is a temporary place, and he had wanted to have nothing to do with it. So he just took off and took sannyas. So now, when it was time for little Nimai to go to school, they were putting him in school, and then Jagannath Mishra, his father, said, "Nope, we're not sending him to school. Because once he starts learning, he's going to figure out this whole material world is a ruse, and he's going to take off too, and then we won't have any son at all." So he said, "Nimai, come in here. You're not going to school. No more school for you." And so then Nimai and his friends started vandalizing the neighborhood. Every night he would go out with a friend. They put a blanket over themselves, and they'd act like they were a bull. And they'd go into people's yards, and they'd see a banana tree, and the bull would start smashing it over, and the Brahmin would come running out. "Oh, what's going on?" Raise alarm. And then they'd laugh, and they'd throw the blanket, and they'd run off. And other nights, Nimai and his friends would go to somebody's house. And this people didn't have toilets inside their house. They had outhouses, so they'd have to leave the house. So Nimai and his friends would tie their doors shut in the middle of the night. And then the people have to answer the call of nature, and they try to get out. And they couldn't get out the door, and Nimai and his friends were outside. Ah! In this way, everywhere he went, he wreaked havoc and destruction all over Navadvip. And then one day he was sitting on some used pots in the yard of his mother Sachimata and father. And his mother came out and said, "Nimai, this is against all regulations. This is dirty. You're sitting on these used abandoned pots." In fact, they were full of soot from cooking, and they were considered untouchable. And she said, "You're sitting on this, you're becoming contaminated." He said, "Why? Why am I contaminated? You use these to make offerings to Lord Vishnu. How could it be contaminated?" And he said, "Besides that, any place I touch or go, that place becomes purified." He said, "Nimai, what's wrong with you?" And he began then to speak Mayavad philosophy. And said, "Who's taught you this crazy Mayavad philosophy?" He said, "Well, what do you expect? You don't send me to school. What do you think's going to happen?" So the neighbors then heard. And they said, "Not sending him to school." And they turned to Sachimata and said, "Which one of your enemies told you not to send him to school?" So when his father came home that night, all the neighbors came together and they said, "Don't worry, send him to school. He'll be okay." And he said, "Okay, if it's the consensus of everyone in the neighborhood, we'll go back to school." So Nimai then went back to school. But during that pastime, while he was sitting on those pots, is mentioned by the author of Chaitanya Bhagavat, Vrindavan Das Thakur, that his beautiful golden body was covered with the soot from the pots. And that made him look like a blue sapphire. See, he's Krishna himself. He's so beautiful that even when he gets soot all over his body, then he looks like Krishna, like a blue sapphire. And there's one other time in his pastimes when it's mentioned that he turned black like Krishna. And that's during the pastime of Jagai and Madai. Of course, Lord Nityananda and Haridas Thakur had gone out to do Sankirtan, door to door. And some people welcomed them and said, "Come on in and we'll give you something to eat." They said, "We don't want something, we just want you to chant Hari Hari." And then they'd go to the next place and people say, "We know you. You're the ones that locked us out of the nocturnal kirtan. Get out of here." And they'd chase them away. They met all kinds of people. And then they saw Jagai and Madai, who were the worst rascals who ever lived. And they thought, if we can turn these people into devotees, then Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's movement will really take off. He'll become famous. So everyone knows the pastime of how they went and saved Jagai and Madai, especially Lord Nityananda had approached, and Madai had hit Chaitanya Mahaprabhu in the head with a pot, and then Chaitanya Mahaprabhu appeared there with his chakra to kill him, and Jagai had begged for forgiveness, and then Madai begged for forgiveness, and Lord Chaitanya wouldn't let and Lord Nityananda wouldn't let Lord Chaitanya harm Madai for hitting him on the head with a pot. That was his special mercy. And that's when Madai relented and surrendered. So at that time, of course, were mentioned. It's mentioned by Vrindavan Das Thakur that Jagai and Madai were very sinful characters. So much so that Chitragupta, he's the one who keeps the accounts of all the sins for Yamaraj. He has a little ledger. It must be by now some kind of app. he keeps note of everything that every living entity is doing. And it's actually these living entities like Brahma and Yamaraj, Prabhupada mentions in his books. Practically, they're, as far as power and omniscience, they're almost on the same level as Krishna. Krishna gives them that much power to do their duty, to regulate the movements of living entities in this material world. So there's a way in which it's mentioned that Chitragupa, he couldn't even keep up with how sinful these rascals were. So when they surrendered to Lord Chaitanya, all of the sins, Lord Chaitanya took them all on. So they all entered into his body, and his body turned blackish. And all his associates, like Advaitacharya, Nityananda, everyone was standing around Lord Chaitanya, and they were looking at him with big eyes. And he said, "What do I look like?" And Advaitacharya said, "You look like Krishna." And then Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, "All these sins I've taken from Jagai and Madai, unlimited stock of sins." And he said, now they're reserved for anyone who criticizes Vaishnavas. So you can have them if you want them. All you have to do is open your mouth and say something bad about a devotee, and you can take on all those reserved sins of Jagai Madai. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came and gave some, through his life teachings, as we have the teachings of Lord Chaitanya, which is the ultimate of all PhD theses that Prabhupada wrote, which is a brilliant explanation of the whole life and philosophy of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, from the very basic philosophy up to the most esoteric that you can imagine. And it's all in this book. We recommend on this day of Gaura Purnima that take a set of Chaitanya Charitamrita. If you don't have one yet, take one. We have a few left because we went a little crazy here. I mean, are we crazy or what? We've been giving them out. We've been marketing them all over America and the world, practically. When I was coming up here, I saw people walking down the street with cases of these books. So there's a few left. You can take them. Malini will arrange to give you these to take with you. And we're going to end, because I have 5 more minutes, if I'm not incorrect. Is that true? Yeah. We'll end with a song. And this song is a document meant to tell about the mercy of Lord Chaitanya. And very specifically, and it's a reiteration of some of the things I was just saying, when you chant the names of Nitai and Gaur, say Nitai Gaur. There's no consideration of offenses. Oh, there's no consideration of offenses when we chant Hare Krishna. There's a consideration of offenses. There's only extreme mercy that gets poured down. So this song goes like this. Doyal Nitai Chaitanya Bole Doyal Nitai Chaitanya Bole Nach Re Amar Man. Doyal Nitai Nach Re Amar Man. Nachari Amar Man, Nachari Amar Man, Nachari Amar Man, Nachari Amar Man. Hey! Doya Nitai Chaitanya Bole Nachari Amar Man. Doya Tonai Hai, Doya Tonai Hai, Emon Doya Tonai Hai Mar Ke Prema De. Emon Doyal Tonai Mar Ke Prima De. Doyal Nitai Chaitanya Bole Nachari Amar Man. Doyal Dayal Nitai Chaitanya Bole Nacharayar Marman. Nacharayar Marman. Nacharayar Marman. Nacharayar Marman. Nacharayar Marman. Hey! Doya Nitai Chaitanya Bole Nacharayar Marman. Ore aparada dure jabe pabe premadan. Ore aparada dure jabe pabe premadan. विचार तो ना है, विचार तो ना है, ओ नाम अपराध विचार तो ना है, ओ नाम अपराध विचार तो ना है. Doyal Nitai Chaitanya Bole Nacharayar Marman. Doyal Nitai Chaitanya Bole Nacharayar Marman. Nice if you change the slide on time. Takon Krishna Name Ruche Habe Guche Bibanda. Takon Krishna Name Ruche Habe Guchi Bibanda. Anuragto Habe Anuragto Habe Krishna Name Anuragto Habe Krishna Name Anuragto Habe. Doya Nitai Chaitanya Bole Nacharayar Marman. Doya Nitai Chaitanya Bole Nacharayar Marman. Nacharayar Marman. Nacharayar Marman. Nacharayar Marman, Nacharayar Marman, hey! Doya Nitai Chaitanya Bole Nacharayar. Change now. 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 Tako nanayase sapal habe jivera jiva. Tako nanayase sapal habe jivera jiva. Jivanto miche hai, Jivanto miche hai, Krishna rati bina Jivanto miche hai. Krishna rati bina Jivanto miche hai. Doyal Nitai Chaitanya Bole Nacharayar Marman. Doyal Nitai Chaitanya Bole Nacharayar Marman. Nacharayar Marman. Nacharayar Marman. Nacharayar Marman. Nacharayar Marman. Hey! Doya Nitai Chaitanya Bole Nacharayar Marman. Eshe Brindabane Radha Shamer pabe darshan. Eshe Vrindavane Radha Shame pabe darshan. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu told his associates to go out and teach three things. Bolo Krishna, Bhajo Krishna, Koro Krishna Shiksha. That is, chant Hare Krishna. If you chant the holy names of the Lord, no matter who you are, where you are, what time of the year it is, what time of the universe it is, you will come to the perfection of life just by chanting Hare Krishna. Bhajo Krishna, worship Krishna, because everyone's looking for a satisfying object to fix their mind on, but you won't find it in Silicon Valley. You also won't find it in America. You won't find it on television. You won't find it on the radio. You won't find it in Europe. You won't find it in Australia. You won't find it anywhere in the world, but you will find it in the form of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So if you fix your mind on Krishna and you worship Krishna, and your heart will become satisfied. And the third thing he told was Koro Krishna Shika. Take the instruction of Krishna. There are many self-help gurus in the world, but they can't really help anybody. The Krishna in the Bhagavad Gita says, the Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita, just by giving us one instruction, 700 verses to Arjuna, save the whole world. So take Krishna's instruction. And all the devotees who know this go into ecstasy. They may be sleeping at 1 o'clock in the morning, and all of a sudden they'll remember that there's these three things that I have in my life, no matter what else is going wrong, and everything else will go wrong. They jump up and they say, Gaura Kripa Hole He, Gaura Kripa, Go Kripa Hole He, Gaura Kripa Hole He, Goya Nitai Chaitanya Bole Nacharya Marman. Goya Nitai Chaitanya Bole Nacharya Marman. Nacharya Marman. Nacharya Marman, Nacharya Marman, Nacharya Marman. Hey! Jaya Gaura Nitai, Gaura Nitai, Gaura Nitai, Jaya Gaura Nitai. Nitai Gaura Haribo, 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 Nitai Gaura Haribo. Now, as I mentioned to you, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu told his devotees to go out and teach these three things, and then he said, you come back at the end of the day and report to me. So what we have now is a report from our Sankirtan leaders, and it is a recording of all of the Sankirtan the devotees have done. Of course, it's a summary. We're telling the scores. We can't tell every story that's happened because we'd be here for weeks. But they're going to, what we're going to do now is stand up, and we're going to make an arc around Srila Prabhupada's Vyasasan, because he's our representative of Lord Chaitanya, so we're going to report to him and to Lord Chaitanya simultaneously. And our Sankirtan leaders are going to read the scores that we have from our Sankirtan festival that's been going on for weeks and weeks, of devotees going out to distribute books. So we thank everybody for coming. After this report, we're going to have an Arati ceremony. And after that, we're inviting everybody in San Mateo County, Santa Clara County, San Francisco County, all over California to come here and take prasad. Because we're not afraid. We're not afraid to feed everybody in the whole state or the whole country. You bring them on down here, we'll feed them. Hare Krishna. So please put away the asans, and we'll roll up this rug, and we'll meet right here in just a few minutes, and we'll be so quiet that we can hear a feather drop. Hare Krishna. We can try. Okay. I like your ideas.
Please on the left side, please, in the back. Yeah, we will. We're right there then. Hare Krishna. Prabhus, on my right side here, please. Keep the pathway here. Hare Krishna. If you can hear me, please raise your hand. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Please keep the hallway for pathway for Prabhupada. Hare Krishna. All right. Okay.
Okay. If you can hear me, raise your hand. If you can hear me, raise both hands. 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 Okay, now we're going to try an experiment, and we're going to try for complete silence so we can have a full concentration. And so when I say 3, we'll go silent. Are you ready? 1, 2, 3.
Dear Srila Prabhupada, please accept our humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Chaitanya Charitamrita Nitya Karapana Jaha Hoite Premananda Bhakti Tattva Jnana. Chaitanya Charitamrita Antalila 5:89. Translation by Srila Prabhupada. O devotees, relish daily the nectar of Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita and the pastimes of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. For by doing so, one can merge in the transcendental bliss and attain full knowledge of devotional service. As stated in Srimad Bhagavatam, the incarnation in the age of Kali is Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, who spread the worship of Krishna by Sankirtan movement, congregational chanting of the holy names, and spread Krishna consciousness throughout the world. He predicted that this culture of Sankirtan would broadcast all over the world from town to town and village to village. His formula, Harer Nama Iva Kevalam Kalau Nasteva Gatiranyatha. In this age of quarrel and hypocrisy, the only means of deliverance is chanting the holy name of the Lord. There is no other way, there is no other way, there is no other way. Our Sankirtan festival owe a lot to Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, who started this movement with his devotees, the Panchatattva, going from town to town and door to door to distribute the holy name. To continue following the footsteps of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Team ISV organized a Sankirtan Yajna of MSF of Causeless Mercy to spread the holy name and Krishna consciousness throughout the Bay Area and also across in India. Goals. The goals for this monthly Sankirtan festival were to distribute at least 25 Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita sets, to collect at least $6,000 in Lakshmi points, to read certain sections of Chaitanya Charitamrita, conduct training for distributing Srimad Bhagavatam sets and Chaitanya Charitamrita sets, learn how to use Spanish lines to distribute books with index cards. To realize these goals, ISV devotees held Harinam Sankirtan performance in Palo Alto, chanting the holy names and spreading the sound vibration. They conducted massive book distribution over 5 weekends, going out door to door to distribute Chaitanya Charitamrita sets and Srila Prabhupada books. Chaitanya Charitamrita book sets were also installed at some houses. Highlights. Team ISV Kids distributed 24 Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita sets. And collected $2,443 in Lakshmi points. Both adults from various teams, Team ISV, Western Preaching Team, Motal Gita, other ISV departments, as well as Kids Sankirtan team participated in door-to-door book distribution. In addition, books were also distributed by Smart Box team through Smart Box placed in various establishments in the Bay Area. Kids got continued guidance by Madhav Govind Prabhu, and also he trained the kids for doing book distribution on the streets. Haribol. Books are distributed in different colleges like Canada College, College of San Francisco, West Valley College, and also Chinese New Year Festival at San Francisco. Sankirtan books also distributed in home programs and Kirtan events. Devotees held everyday conference calls reading pastimes of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, led by Vishaka Leela Mataji. Haribol. In addition, ISV devotees under the leadership of His Grace Vaisesika Prabhu and his personal presence, devotees distributed Srila Prabhupada books in front of Lord Jagannath Temple, in bus stations, railway stations, and various parts of Mayapur Dham like Yogapeeth, Shriva Sangam, Surabhi Kunj, and various other places. Haribol. ISV Yatra devotees distributed more than 5,000 books and collected more than 1,80,000 rupees in Lakshmi points. ISV Sankirtan leaders gave a special training in the temple for Chaitanya Charitamrita sets and distributing Srimad Bhagavatam sets, and teams and ISV Sankirtan leaders gave a Sankirtan seminars to Naperville Temple, and Kameshwari Mataji gave special trainings on the Kids Sankirtan over the Skype to the devotees in London ISKCON Temple. Team ISV also launched Sankirtan Books Reporting System Hari Hari Bol. As we made this offering of monthly Sankirtan festival results, we are pleased to report that books and Lakshmi goals had met and surpassed. Summary of the scores. Here are the book distribution results. Total more than 200 devotees participated in book distribution. Team ISV distributed 10,758 books altogether. Team ISV distributed 76 Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita sets. Out of which 46 distributed and rest sponsored. Team ISV raised $41,577 in Lakshmi points. Special thanks to anonymous devotee who donated, and also special thanks to Vijay Damodar Prabhu for donating Lakshmi for the Sankirtan. Hari Bol. We thank all participating devotees, donors and Sankirtan leaders who contributed to this MSF. And last but not least, we owe our gratitude to His Grace Vaisesika Prabhu and Nirkula Mataji for inspiring everyone to go out on Sankirtan. Hari Hari Bol! 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 Gaura Purnima monthly Sankirtan festival ki.
And our deepest gratitude to our co-Sankirtan leaders, Shri Krishna Purushottam Prabhu and Malini, for giving us an example of Utsahan for spreading the Sankirtan movement, and having genius in management for keeping the team growing every single year and every single monthly Sankirtan festival. Please let's hear it for SKP and Malini.
Srila Prabhupada ki, Shri Radha Madan Mohan ki, Shri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu ki, Lakshmi Narsingadev Bhagavan ki, Gaur Premanande, Hari Hari Bol.
Krishna Preshtaya Bhutale Shri Mate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Niti Namine Nam Vishnu Padaya Krishna Preshtaya Bhutale Bhakti Vedanta Swami Niti Namine. Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarne. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasari Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Shri Advaita Adhara Shivasari Jayo Jaya Gaura Chande Arati Shobha Jaya Jaya Gaura Chande Arati Shobha Janavi Tatavane Jagamana Lobha Janavi Tatavane Jagamana Lobha Jaya Jaya Gaura Chande Arati Shobha Jaya Jaya Gaura Chande Arati Shobha Janavi Tatavane Jagamana Lobha Janavi Tatavane Jagamana Lobha Jagajana Manalobha Jagajana Manalobha Gaurangera Rotik Shobha Jagajana Manalobha Gaurangera Arati Shobha Jagajana Manalobha Jagajana Manalobha Jagajana Manalobha Jaya Jaya Gaura Chande Arati Shobha Dake Neni Tai Chan Bami Galadhara Hikate Advaita Srini Vaschatradhara Bose Ache Gaura Chan Ratna Singhasane Arati Korena Brahma Adi Deva Gane Jaya Jaya Gaura Chande Arati Ko Shobha Jana Vitata Vane Jagamana Lobha Nara Hari Hari Kori Chamara Dhulaya Nara Hari Hari Kori Chamara Dhulaya Sanjaya Mukunda Basu Goshadi Gaya Sanjaya Mukunda Basu Goshadi Gaya Jaya Jaya Gaura Chande Arati Ko Shobha Jaya Jaya Gaura Chande Arati Ko Shobha Jana Vitata Vane Jagamana Lobha Jana Vitata Vane Jagamana Lobha Shankha Baje Gantha Bhaje Baje Karathala Madhura Mridanga Baje Paramarasala Madhur, Madhur, Madhur Bhaje Madhur, Madhur, Madhur Bhaje Shankha Bhaje, Kanta Bhaje Madhur, Madhur, Madhur Bhaje Shankha Baje, Ghanta Baje, Madhur, Madhur, Madhur Baje. Jaya, Jaya Gaura Chande, Arati Ko Shobha. Janavi Tatavane Jagamana Loba Bahu Koti Chandrajini Barana Ujjvala Gala Deshe Vanamala Kori Jalamala Shiva Shuka Narada Prime Gada Gada Baka TV Noda Dekhe Gaura Rasampada Jaya Jaya Gaura Chande Arati Ko Shobha Janavi Tatavane Jagamana Loba Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Govinda Jai Jai Gopala Jai Jaya. Govinda Jai Jai Gopala Jai Jaya. Radha Ramana Hari Govinda Jai Jai. Radha Ramana Hari Govinda Jai Jai. Govinda Jai Jai Gopala 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 Jai Jai. Radha Ramana Hari Govinda Jai Jai. Radha Ramana Hari Govinda Jai Jai. Jaya Sachinandana, Jaya Sachinandana. Jaya Sachinandana, Jaya Sachinandana. Jaya Sachinandana, Jaya Sachinandana. Jaya Sachinandana, Jaya Sachinandana. Jai Sachinandana Gaura Hari. Jai Sachinandana Gaura Hari. Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare. Hare Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare. Hare Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare. Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare. Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare. Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Haribo 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 Nitai Gaura Haribo 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 Nitai Gaura Haribo 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 Nitai Gaura 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 Haribo Jaya Jaya Prabhupada 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 Jaya Jaya Prabhupada I go Premanande.
Jaya Om Vishnupada Paramansa Paravajaka Satara Satoshi Shiman Sri Vinagat Sachi Bhaktivedanta Swami Maharaj Srimad Prabhupada Ki Jai. Jaya Om Vishnupada Paramansa Paravajaka Satara Satoshi Shiman Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Goswami Maharaj Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. Fondatore Acharya ISKCON Vibhiti Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Ananta Koti Vaishnavinda ki jai. Namacharya Srila Haridas Thakur ki jai. Prem Shri Kaho Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasari Gaura Bhaktavinda ki jai. Shri Shri Radha Krishna Gopinath Shama Kunda Radha Kunda Giri Govardhan ki jai. Shri Vrindavan Dham ki jai. Navadip Mayapur Dham ki jai. Shri Jagannath Puri Dham ki jai. Shri Gaura Purnima Mahamahotsav ki jai. Shri Gaura Purnima Mahamahotsav ki jai. Shri Gaura Purnima Mahamahotsav ki jai. Shri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu ki jai. Samaveta Bhaktavinda ki jai. Tutte le glorie devotee riuniti. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to Shri Guru and Gauranga. Glories to Srila Prabhupada. Namaste Narasingaya. Praladaladaine. Hiranyakashipo Vaksaha. Shila Tankana Kalaye. Shila Tankana Kalaye. Ito Nishinga Parata Nishinga. Jato Jato Yami Jato Nrishinga. Vahe Nrishinga Hridaya Nrishinga. Nrishinga Madim Saranam Papade. Tavakara Kamala Varenakam Adbhuta Shingam Dalita Hiranyakashipu Tanubingam Keshavadita Narahari Rupa Jai Jagadisha Hari. Jai Jagadisha Hari. Jai Jagadisha Hari. Tavakara Kamala Varenakam Abhutta Shinga Dalita Hiranyakashipu Ubingam Keshavadita Harirupa. Keshavadita Narahari Rupa. Jai Jagadisha Hari. Jai Jagadisha Hari. Jai Jagadisha Hari. Keshavadritan Hari Rupa. Jai Jagadisha Hari. Hey Jagadisha Re, Hey Jagadisha Re. Jaya Nrsimhadev, Jaya Nrsimhadev, Jaya Nrsimhadev, Jaya Nrsimhadev. Jaya Lakshmi Nrsimha, Lakshmi Nrsimha, Lakshmi Nrsimha, Jaya Lakshmi Nrsimha. Jaya Prahlad Maharaj, Prahlad Maharaj, Jaya Prahlad Maharaj, Jaya Prahlad Maharaj. Singha Bhagavan ki jai, Prahlad Maharaj ki jai, Shri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu Gaura Purnima Mahotsav ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Gaura Premanandi.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. We are so extremely delighted to see all of you here on this auspicious day of the divine appearance of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Just by being here today, we have moved an inch forward, or maybe many inches, or maybe some of you must have progressed many yojanas forward into getting to the stage of perfection of life. We've been so grateful that His Grace Vaisesika Prabhu has brought us a non-stop program of hearing and chanting throughout this day, auspicious day of Sri Gaura Purnima, and we'd like to thank him very much for the same. Hare Krishna.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
We also would like to acknowledge and thank the association and the presence of senior devotees, Srila Prabhupada's disciples like Satyadev Prabhu, Jagrini Mataji, Kanka Mataji, Nirakula Mataji, and our guest,
Traidas.
Traidas Prabhu. Trait Prabhu. Hare Krishna. Is anybody here for the first time? Yes, we do have one gentleman here, couple of kids, maybe. Okay, we do have some newcomers. Hare Krishna, welcome. Hope you like the program. Did you understand what was going on? Why so many hundreds of devotees are here today? You already into ISKCON, okay. All right, very nice, very good. Anybody here like brand new, first time to ISKCON temple? Maybe, maybe not. Okay. Nevertheless, we'd like to give you a hearty welcome. Please do come regularly and be a part of our congregation here at ISKCON of Silicon Valley. Thank you. Hare Krishna. We also would like to thank our co-Sankirtan leaders Malini Mataji and Sri Krishna Purushottam Prabhu for bringing in such a nice offering to Srila Prabhupada and Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu on this auspicious day. We are always delighted to hear these scores of how many number of books are being distributed, how much Lakshmi is being collected, and especially how the kids are doing. They did 24 Chaitanya Charitamrita sets, right? That's a significant portion. So although we have distributed a few throughout the Bay Area during this monthly Sankirtan festival, I was told by Malini Mataji that we do have many sets still available, and the nectar and the mercy.
There's a few left.
There's just a few left? Okay. Okay, just a few left. And if any of you would like to take this opportunity, especially those who do not have a set or would like to give a gift on this auspicious day to somebody near and dear, you feel free to raise your hand at this time or let us know that you're interested. And Malini Mataji we'll make a note of it, and your name is recorded on this auspicious day of having distributed or accepted a Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita set.
Kitna. Kitna.
Kitna? Okay. Suggested donation is only $99. It's unimaginable. It's unimaginable, but it's true. Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu would like to sponsor one set. Geeta Priya is eager. Hare Krishna Prabhu, your name?
Zo.
Haribo. Bali Madan Prabhu just returned from India. Haribo. Please make a note. Geeta Priya.
Haribo.
Abhay. What number? Yeah, number. You need to tell the number. 10. Okay, 10 from Geeta Priya.
Haribo.
2. Bali Madan Prabhu was...
Bali Madan 2.
2. Nikunja Sundari Mataji. 2.
Haribo.
We only have a couple of minutes before we make another. Okay, Ananga Gopika Mataji, Sadhana Mataji, 1 each.
Haribo.
Vijay Prabhu for his son, Haribol.
Haribo.
One set. Nirban Prabhu, Haribol. 1.
Haribo.
2 sets. Om Shankar Prabhu. 2 sets.
Haribo Shankar.
Sham Rupa Prabhu. 1.
Haribo.
1 more. Okay, Hare Krishna. Vamshi Mohan Prabhu. Achyuta Kumar Prabhu. 1 set.
Haribo.
Okay, anonymous 1.
Haribo.
It was anonymous. Okay. Vrindavan always raises his hand, and this time he found Rasika Shiromani Mataji.
Okay, everyone say Haribo really loud. How many is he doing?
10 sets.
10
for Govind
sets.
Charan Prabhu's father. And for Indradumna Swami Maharaj. Okay.
Haribo.
Sneha Mataji. 1 set from Sneha Mataji. Yes, Prabhu. Shubhankar Prabhu. 1 set.
Haribo.
Srivas Chandra Prabhu. Yes, Haribol. 1
Haribo.
set. We were hearing from the Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita earlier today, right? So if you like to enter into the nectarian pastimes of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, just like we did a little bit today, then you need to be in touch with this sound vibration. So, few more, last couple of minutes. One more time. 1 set for Shyam Vallabh Prabhu, who just passed away.
Haribo.
One more whisper. Okay. Kumari Lila?
5 for Kunjari.
5 for Kunjari. Wow. That's wonderful.
Vishaka. Huh? 1-5 for you.
Still trying to. Okay, SKP Prabhu. 1 for Ramanuja and 1 for Chaitanya.
Haribo.
Vishaka Leela Mataji is sponsoring 15 sets of Chaitanya Charitamrita.
15 sets. Haribo.
Sponsoring, right? So the sets which are getting sponsored, those who do not have a set, do not feel shy. You could come forward and tell one of us, and we'd be happy to gift a set to you tonight, because so many sets are being sponsored. So feel free to come forward and take a set. In addition, if you like to sponsor, now is the time. Ravikant Prabhu for Mataji's parents. Oh, they are here? Hare Krishna. Thank you. 2 sets. Hari Bol. There's one hand over the Puja Varma Mataji.
Puja Varma Mataji.
One set. Okay.
Hari Bol.
Jai Shri. Is that right? 2 sets? 1 set? Okay. Very nice.
Hari Bol. Behind you.
2 sets from Navneet Prabhu. Hare Krishna.
Hari Bol.
Do you have one? So you should take one. Right? And then give one to somebody. Ankita Mataji. How many? 3 sets.
Hari Bol.
Hari Sankitan Prabhu is doing one, sponsoring 1 set. SKB Prabhu.
Hari Bol.
Okay. 2 devotees got married recently, so for them, right? Okay,
Yes.
all right.
If anybody got married anywhere in the world, they should have 2 sets. And
For
his and
little
hers, too.
Balram.
Each couple should
Little
have
Balram wants to sponsor 3?
one each.
Great. Balram, 3.
That's right.
Sachinandan Hari Prabhu.
We recommend too that you have one in each room of your house.
All right. It feels like we should just do one countdown. And oh yes, he has a deal. What was the deal? Yes, Prabhu. Kaushik Prabhu. Kishore. 5 sets. Hare Krishna.
Hari Bol.
Let's just do one countdown.
Well, one countdown, you know what happens then. Gaura 10, Gaura 9, Gaura 8, Gaura 7, Gaura 6. By the way, the countdown ends at 0, and if you want to stop the countdown, you can sponsor a set. Gaura 6, Gaura 5, Gaura 4, Gaura 3, Gaura 2, Gaura 1, Gaura .5.
Gita Priya, one more time.
For Nitai? For Nitai, 1 set.
For Nitai, 1 set. Okay, Hari Bol.
Hari Bol.
Tarun Prabhu, 1 set? 1 set. Hare Krishna.
Gaura 10, Gaura 9, Gaura 8, Gaura 7, Gaura 6, Gaura 5, Gaura 4, Gaura 3, Gaura 2, Gaura 1, Gaura .5.
For Nitai and Nimai. Okay.
Hari Bol! Gaura 10, Gaura 9, Gaura 8, Gaura 7, Gaura 6, Gaura 5, Gaura 4, Gaura 3, Gaura 2, Gaura 1, Gaura .5, Gaura .05, Gaura .005.
Malini Mataji, 5 sets? Hare Krishna.
Hari Bol! Gaura 10, Gaura 9, Gaura 8, Gaura 7, Gaura 6, Gaura 5, Gaura 4, Gaura 3, Gaura 2, Gaura 1, Gaura .5.
Selva Prabhu?
Radhakripa.
Selva Prabhu, 1 set? Hari Bol.
Hari Bol!
Radhakripa Prabhu, 5 sets.
Hari Bol! Gaura 10, Gaura 9, Gaura 8, Gaura 7, Gaura 6.
Jai Shri Radhe Mataji, 1 for her mother.
Hari Bol! Gaura 10, Gaura 9, Gaura 8, Gaura 7, Gaura 6, Gaura 5, Gaura 4.
SKB Prabhu. Mayank Prabhu.
Mayank
also
got
got-
married, 1 set. Gaura 10, Gaura 9, Gaura 8, Gaura 7, Gaura 6, Gaura 5, Gaura 4, Gaura 3, Gaura 2, Gaura 1, Gaura .5, Gaura .05, Gaura .005.
So here's the deal. Anyone who doesn't have a Chaitanya Charitamrita and ready to take it today, I will pay 50%. Okay, who doesn't have a CC? Can you raise your hand who doesn't have a Chaitanya Charitamrita, please? Oh, everyone has it?
I don't have one in
There you
each
go.
room.
Okay.
I don't
Okay, I will pay 50.
Okay, last countdown.
Okay. All right, no problem.
Gaura 10, Gaura 9, Gaura 8, Gaura 7, Gaura 6, Gaura 5, Gaura 4, Gaura 3, Gaura 2, Gaura 1. What happened?
Harshal Prabhu, he's going to sponsor or take one.
One for his
For
new
son.
son. Haribo! Gaura 10, Gaura 9, Gaura 8, Gaura 7, Gaura 6, Gaura 5, Gaura 4, Gaura 3, Gaura 2, Gaura 1, Gaura point 5, Gaura point.
One for Vaisesika Prabhu.
That's the nicest thing ever. Thank you very much. Gaura point 005.
Really last one as we're running out of time. Advait, 10 sets? 10 sets. Haribol.
Haribo! Gaura point 0005.
Sneha Mataji.
I would like to sponsor one for my cousin sister who recently passed away.
Haribo! Gaura point 000005. Go Premanande! Nitai Gaura Haribo! 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 Nitai Gaura Haribo!
We'd like to also thank and gratefully acknowledge our sponsors for tonight's feast. We have few. I would like to read their names and thank them. First is Govind Charan Prabhu, also sponsoring in memory of his father, who passed away about 6 months ago. 6 months ago. So we'd like to thank them. Radha Krishna Prabhu is also sponsoring in memory of his father. There he is. He passed away from this world around this time of the year, 3 years ago. His name was Haradhan Prabhu, and we'd like to offer our prayers to the family and thank you, Radha Krishna Prabhu. Hare Krishna. Sadhana Mataji is also sponsoring for her son's birthday, so we'd like to thank her. And Kashyap Chandra Prabhu also sponsoring to serve prasadam to all the devotees, so we'd like to thank them also. Hare Krishna. We gratefully acknowledge and thank the sincere service of all devotees who came together to put this festival together, especially the decoration team, the cooking team, the logistics arrangement team, and the cleaning team, which is yet to come after the prasadam is being served. One last announcement from Suryakunda Prabhu, and then we'll sing prasadam prayers.
Hare Krishna. We would like to thank you all for all your generous donations throughout 2017. We have been sending the tax receipts because all your donations are tax deductible. So if any of you has made any donation and has not got the tax receipt, please contact me, send me an email or talk to me today. And if any one of you feels encouraged on this day to be a monthly donor, please talk to me again. Hare Bol.
Sharirat Vijaja Jotendriya Kahika Jive Pele Vishaya Shagore Dharma Jeti Bayati. What?
They sponsored out with all the kids today.
Really?
Yeah.
How'd they do that? Kejeta Tita Santa. Okay. Krishna Bodha Doyamo Kori Bare Jivaja Shaprashta Nanda Dilobha Shayanamrita Pao Radha Krishna Gunaga Preme Dako Shri Chaitanya Dita Paire Ekadina Shanti Pure Prabhu Advaitera Gare Dui Prabhu Bojane Boshila Shakori Ashwadana Prabhu Bole Bhakta Gana Esha Krishna Ashwadila Hena Shakashwadane Krishna Prema Aishe Mane She Preme Koro Ashwadhan Jara Bhuri Parihari Prasada Bhojana Kori Hare Hare Bolo Sarvajan Hare Hare Bolo Sarvajan Mahabhishare Govinde Nama Brahmari Vaishnave Sapa Punya Vatam Bhajan Vishwa Sona Vichai Prasade Sarvadikana Mahanirasya Upajayate Prasana Chetaso Yashu Bhuri Paya Vatishtate Bhagavat Shri Mahaprasade Ki Gopremanande Nitai Gaura Hari Bol Hari Bol Hari Bol Nitai Gaura Hari Bol. Please come take prasadam. And we'd like to acknowledge that the kids, because of their special bake sale, it was the career, what do they call it? Craft sale. The handmade crafts, that they sponsored all the outfits for the deities today for Gaura Purnima. Kids team ki jai. For what?